As we come on the air at this hour, a plane crashes in a Wauwatosa neighborhood. Here's a live look from the ground and an exclusive look from the air from News Chopper 12.
The aircraft went down in a yard near 103rd and Hampton near Timmerman Airport. WISN 12 News' Derek Rose leads off our team coverage tonight. Derek.
Yeah, Toya, good afternoon. Certainly not the afternoon anyone in this neighborhood here in Wauwatosa expected. One person describing it as a plane simply falling out of the sky. First responders still here on the scene assessing the damage. We know one person pulled from that wreckage, that person in critical condition at this point. Let's listen to some of the emergency first responder transmission around 3 o'clock this afternoon when that plane went down.
Small aircraft in the yard, no fire.
Extricated in Med 52 and a freighter.
Located a single engine prop plane that had crashed in the backyard in that 100 block. They also located one occupant within the plane, the pilot, we believe to be an 18-year-old male.
And that is Chief Jim McGillis describing how this situation unfolded about 3 o'clock this afternoon. He mentioned that person who was the only occupant inside that plane appears to be 18 years old. That person in critical condition at this point. They're still trying to identify that person. But I had a chance a little earlier this afternoon to speak with a gentleman whose yard that plane went down in. He actually went outside and was able to see that young man in that wreckage and try to keep him alert until first responders came. Let's take a listen to that conversation.
When I was heading down the stairs, I heard a big boom. I thought it was like a car or something that hit the house. So my wife looked out the window and was like, it's a plane in the backyard. And kind of didn't believe that. That was just like kind of far-fetched until I actually, you know what I'm saying, ran outside. It's actually a plane in the backyard. And then it was a guy inside the plane. So all I did was try to coach him to keep breathing, keep breathing, keep breathing.
And Chief McGillis saying he's thankful for Rashad Hicks, who you heard from there, who tried to keep this young man alert and breathing. Again, police are still trying to identify who this person is. They estimate his age to be about 18 years old. Again, the only occupant who was inside that plane when it went down. Again, something else we want to show you is an exclusive look from this scene here on the ground. Let's go up to Matt Salemi above us right now in News Chopper 12.
Yeah, the impact's so great that it snapped the tail off of the aircraft and it burrowed the prop of the aircraft into the ground. And you can see the wreckage just barely missed hitting the garage there of the yard where the plane crashed. Now, I talked to two witnesses when I was on the ground at Timmerman, and both of them said that it was a student that was doing a solo flight, and they seemed to not have enough room to clear the trees, and once they were unable to clear the trees, the nose of the plane pitched up and then kind of turned left, and it went straight into the ground, as you can kind of see from where the impact is. Now I can show you exactly where this is in relation to Timmerman itself. There it is, runway 422. 22 was the active runway this afternoon, so the aircraft was attempting to take off in this direction, and everything went bad when it got to this neighborhood here. Didn't get very far from the neighborhood. Derek?
Matt, thank you for that exclusive look from News Chopper 12. I'm glad you mentioned that because Chief McGillis in his news conference did mention there was some sort of distress, but could not specify exactly what kind of distress that was before this plane went down. Hillary Mintz was also at that news conference with the chief. Let's bring her in right now with an update from that news conference. Hillary.
And Derek, yeah, Timmerman Airfield right behind me here, back open after a brief inspection of the airfield. And, you know, taking off just goes right over these homes here. Didn't make it very far before that plane came down. Now, right when we got on scene, I hooked up with a neighbor. He took me into his daughter's home's backyard, and just beyond that fence was where we could see the smashed plane, the wreckage, the mangled mess there. And again, that 18-year-old pilot in the hospital right now. The neighbor says when that plane came down, it just sounded like a huge thump.
It's like I'm trying to figure out in my head, how did that plane come down? Whether the pilot had a health issue, or whether there was an aircraft failure, or was there wind shear? I don't know.
Any idea coming or going from Timmerman?
I would assume that the direction that the plane is, that he was probably coming into Timmerman.
And so we now know, though, the chief is telling us that this pilot was taking off. And, you know, for people who live over here, Derek, who have lived by this airport for many years, they see planes come and go all the time. This is a first, what happened here this afternoon. Derek?
Yeah, Hillary, certainly not uncommon for folks to see planes because of the proximity to Timmerman Airport. This is a local and a federal investigation. The chief telling us that the FAA and the NTSB have investigators en route to also conduct an investigation here into this plane crash. One person in critical condition tonight. Patrick and Toy will send things back to you for now.
All right, Derek, thank you. The plane is a Cessna 152. It's registered to a company called Spring City Aviation. 12 News reached out to the company by phone. They're referring all comments to Wauwatosa authorities. The plane is used for student pilots at Timmerman Airport.